What's up guys, Jeremy with Everything iDevice. So since I uploaded the top 10 best animated lock screen themes a couple days ago, I've had a lot of people ask me on how to edit the weather widgets and change, Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. Also how to edit the location of the weather widget. And so I figure I better do a tutorial on how to do this. Now, there are two different styles of scripts that these widgets run off of. It'll be either a JavaScript or an HTML, or even both. So I'll just do a run through of a few different themes. These are all themes that were featured in that top 10 video. There's also some extras which weren't included in that video. So I'll try to make this as simplistic as possible. First thing you're going to want before you even do this is your Yahoo weather code. I will leave a link down in the description where you can find that. It's basically on my theming guide on Everything iDevice. So be sure to get your Yahoo code. And now we're going to navigate to our themes in iFile. So I'm backed all the way out. First thing you want to do is scroll all the way to the bottom and go ahead and go to var. Scroll all the way to the bottom again, go ahead and go to stash. And then here are my theme folders. I have two, you might have only one, you might have two, you might have three. It all depends on the device. Now the themes I'm going to show you are in the second folder. And one thing you can do if you edit your themes a lot is down at the bottom here you see the book icon. You can go ahead and click that and you can set a bookmark for these themes so you can just quickly jump to these themes every time you use iFile. So the first theme I'm going to show you is LS Walls Weather. Now this theme is HTML based, and as you can see here is lockbackground.html. Now that file contains the 24-hour format, and then above that there is the lock background 12-hour HTML. And how you get the 12-hour to work is basically you rename the normal lock background.html. You can rename it to whatever you want. If I can click on the text here, there we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to name it similar to the 12-hour, and I'll name this one 24-hour. And again, you can name it to whatever you want. As soon as you change the name, it will not work. So now since I have the lock background 24-hour changed, I need to go to the 12-hour and change that to lockbackground.html, no 12-hour in that. This will enable the HTML script to work. So what you're going to do, if I can get the damn magnifying glass, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and delete out the 12-hour and that space. So there you go, lockbackground.html. Now that script will work. So we're going to go ahead and go into it, do text viewer. And then you're going to hit on the lower left hand corner the magnifying glass. Now this is generally the same thing for every HTML based theme. So what you're going to want to type in is var space L, and after you do var space L, you can usually just scroll down a little bit and you'll find var local, which is basically location, and then right there in the quotations is where you input your Yahoo weather location code. So as you can see, I have changed this theme. My location is USWI0411, which is Madison, Wisconsin. So that is where you input your weather code to change the weather location for the widget. If you scroll down a little bit more, you're going to see var is Celsius equals, for you it's probably going to be true, which means that it is displayed in Celsius. If you go ahead and you change that to false, it will display it in Fahrenheit. Now again, this is basically the same thing for every HTML style widget. And then below that there is even var use real feel. That is the feels like temperature. So a weather website might have the actual temperature, and then there's the it feels like temperature. So if you change that to true, it will go off of that temperature and not the actual temperature. And that's basically all you're going to want to edit in an HTML file. So let's go ahead and click done. Make sure if you edit that, you save it, click done. And then in order to update the theme, you're going to have to leave iFile and then manually respring your device, and then the changes will take effect. So this is the first theme I'm showing you guys. Now I'm going to do another HTML style one, and keep in mind these HTML scripts are coded or written by the developers themselves, so they are all unique, but you're generally looking for the same thing. var local, var is Celsius. Now let's check out, I can't remember which one was the other HTML based one. This one? No, it's JavaScript. Not that. It was LS Blueprint. Yes, so here we go. This theme is also lockbackground.html. We'll go into that as text viewer. And then again, magnifying glass. var space L. So right there is the var local equals. That's where you input. Again, this one I have not changed, so I'm going to click edit. And I'm going to put in my weather code. USWI0411. So my weather is input. Then down here is var is Celsius. I don't want Celsius, so as you can see it equals true. You're going to change that to false. So now it will display in Fahrenheit. And then again down below that is var use real feel. So you can turn that on or off if you want with using true or false. Then of course save and done. So LS Blueprint is set up for my weather location and it will be displayed in Fahrenheit. So that's HTML. So what about JavaScript? Well, let's go into a JavaScript here. Which one was Java? Live weather. I'm sure this one is Java. So as you can see, the JavaScript file says location here as its name. Many of them will say location here or configure me or whatever the developer names it. So we'll go into that Java. And again, this is basically the same as the HTML. You're looking for var local. As you can see, there is var local right there. So again, if you want to change that, you can click edit. Then I can put in my Yahoo weather code in between the quotations, just like the other widget. USWI 0411. And then var temp unit equals, as you can see in quotations it says C. If you keep reading it, it says to display Fahrenheit, F to display Fahrenheit, C to display Celsius. So if you want to change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit, you change that to an F. And then also a lot of themes have the var update interval, and that is displayed in minutes. So as you can see, this widget will update every 10 minutes. You can change that to whatever you want. You could have it be, 150 minutes or 1 minute, whatever you choose. I would recommend keeping it what it always is usually because it saves battery. It's optimized that way. So go ahead, click save, click done. That weather widget is set up for my location and it will be displayed in Fahrenheit. So I think you guys are kind of getting the idea here. LS City day night. This is a JavaScript. As you can see, there is the configure me file right there. Go ahead and open that up. And again, it's going to be basically the same thing. Right there is var local. Below that is var is Celsius. Below that is var update interval. And also these widgets do come with, changing the language and stuff like that. You just gotta kind of read through these scripts. They kind of explain themselves. And also, a lot of themes have guides, like this one right here. So here's a written guide on how to actually change it. And that's basically it, guys. That's HTML, that's JavaScript. That's generally how all themes, weather widgets work. This could be a Lockscreen theme or even, a regular full-out theme with a widget. So that's basically how they work. Just always search for var local and var is Celsius, And then the 12-hour or 24-hour clock formats vary from theme to theme. Some offer the ability to change it, some do not, so keep that in mind. And that's basically it. Hopefully this tutorial helped you guys out. Be sure to comment if you have any questions. If you have a theme that you can't figure it out on, you could always contact me on Twitter and tell me what theme you have. If it's a free theme, I could probably check it out for you and let you know what I think, how to configure it and all that. So hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Jeremy with Everything iDevice, and I'll catch you guys later.